Hey guys, Adam Katz for DogTrainerToolbox.com, as well as the Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook. If you're not a member, it is free to join and will help you tremendously to grow your dog training business. Casey, my good friend Casey down in Australia, who is originally from Texas, that's why I like the guy, asked a really interesting question a couple hours ago. He asked, in any of the dog training businesses that I've had 3 different dog training businesses over the past 30 years. He said, with any of them, did you not offer board and trains? Did you not offer board and trains? And my answer to him is, but first, a word from our sponsor, this guy. You know, if you want to get 30 to 70% more leads from the same traffic that you're sending to your website, you should be using our Done For You dog training business website. It's proven and tested to convert more traffic than pretty much anything else out there. Our client in South Florida went from 1 lead a week to 5 to 7 leads per day, sending the same amount of traffic to his website. The best part is we do it pretty much all for you. You send us a picture, 3 testimonials, and a brief description of your services, and we take care of the rest. You can learn more by subscribing to the Dog Trainer Marketing newsletter at DogTrainerToolbox.com. You'll be redirected to a page where you can read all about our Done For You dog training business website. Now, back to our original programming. Pretty much all of them we didn't offer board and trains. Actually, my first dog training business, I did occasionally, maybe 1 out of 100 clients I would take on, and it was more of a client of opportunity, somebody who had a dog that I really, really liked, and I would sell them on the board and train. But typically, it was all primarily private lesson programs. And later, by the time I got to my 3rd dog training business, we expanded the program because I wanted to get the numbers up by offering the private lesson program. And then what would happen is once they finished the private lessons, they would graduate to our group class. And ultimately, the way that was structured was they can come as frequently or as infrequently to the group class as they wanted, up to a period of 1 year. 12 months after they finish, they can come as frequently or as infrequently as they wanted after completing the private lessons. And that was included with the price of the private lessons, which was typically, and this is going back now, I don't know, about 8 years at least, for the last of the 3 businesses, we were charging between $1,000 to $1,500 per dog. So you can do it. And then, of course, what happens is with the group class component, a lot of the clients, they're really just looking for something to do. And by the way, our group classes were typically just on Saturday morning, so we meet once a week. But these people, the people who did come, most of them didn't even come. They'd get their problem fixed during the private lessons, and then maybe we'd see them once or never. I mean, that was like literally 90% of the clients. The ones that did come, though, a lot of those would come, it started to become like a social activity. And so they'd come every week. And so instead of giving them lifetime access to the group classes, what we started doing was we started giving them 12 months access to the group classes. You could probably even do 6 months and then charge them from there, if they want to keep coming, charge them a 12-month membership. You know, maybe give it to them for, I don't know what, $350, $700, whatever you feel your market will bear. But those people are great because they end up, really getting into it and getting great results with their dogs, and then they are great ambassadors for your business. But getting back to the initial question about not offering board and trains, here's the problem, is that in this day and age, if you're running any type of pay-per-click online advertising, it's generally gotten so expensive that offering the board and train allows you to more quickly and easily recoup much of that investment, because average board and train is 3 weeks. Average board and train sells for about $1,000 per week. So on average, you're getting a $3,000 client. And so my advice would be, depending on your market and depending on your setup, whether or not you have to cover the overhead of a physical facility or you're just operating out of your house, what you might want to do is you might want to offer like a hybrid program where, let's say you sign 10 clients a month and 9 of them are private lesson programs and 1 of them is a board and train program. Well, that board and train right there most likely knocks out most of your your advertising expenses. So, that is one way to look at it. Or if you're like me and you just hate doing board and trains, and I really hated doing board and trains. I mean, unless it was just a dog that I absolutely just was crazy about. I had no interest in taking board and trains. I didn't want to deal with the poopy crates and the dogs waking up in the middle of the night and all the issues that go along with it. I just didn't want to do it. So we only offered private lesson programs. And what that entailed was basically, as you know, with board and trains, for example, you're doing 80% of the work, the client's doing 20% of the work, and with the private lessons, the client is doing 80% of the work and you're doing 20% of the work. So it kind of puts the onus of responsibility on the client. And in my opinion, it actually makes the client become a better dog owner, become a better dog trainer. So yes, both models work. All three models work. You can do all board and trains, you can do all private lessons, or you can do kind of a blended hybrid approach of doing a little bit of both, and you will be profitable and you will make money. Let me add one point. If I was starting up a dog training business today, depending on what my goals were, I would probably focus more on the board and trains. I do think it's more scalable. I think it's easier to bring on staff to help you work those dogs. But again, it's all about the trade-offs. And at the end of the month, you're going to have, no doubt about it, you're going to have higher revenue. Typically, you're going to have higher revenue offering the straight board and trains than you would offering straight private lessons. Those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook, or if you're watching this on YouTube, in the comment section below. Also, be sure to check out Dog Trainer Toolbox and subscribe to our free Dog Trainer Marketing newsletter, where we reveal some of the tests of our what's going on with our marketing and what we're learning about how to promote a dog training business. We don't send it out all that often, but it is kind of a good backup in case Facebook ever puts the kibosh on our group. We've got another way to communicate with you. All right, take care, guys.